A man eats for the first time, but he swallows the spoon along with the rice, because in his eyes, the spoon tastes better than the rice. As it turns out, the man has awakened the lowest tier ability, metal manipulation. Yet he can grow stronger by consuming metal. In his previous life, Tong Yi became the Steel Emperor through relentless effort. With a wave of his hand he could command countless arrows and destroy all enemies. But in the end he still died. At the hands of the humans he had protected for 10 years, in his final moments his eyes were filled with regret. He never expected that humans would ultimately be destroyed by humans. If only he had discovered the method to grow stronger earlier, could he have saved the situation? His wish seemed to receive a response. When Tong Yi opened his eyes again, he had returned to the year he joined the military. In this world, all who awaken abilities must serve in the military. The unit was being punished by their commander for losing 9 bullet casings. Those 9 casings had already been consumed by Tong Yi, whose metal manipulation ability was rated as the lowest F-class. It would be years before he discovered how to use his ability, transforming from F-class into the mighty Steel Emperor. Currently, he could manipulate 300 grams of metal, with 10 minutes remaining until digestion. When lunchtime arrived, Tong Yi's unit finally finished their punishment. But something strange happened. All the spoons in the cafeteria had mysteriously disappeared, while Tong Yi stared at the spoon in his hand, drooling. The next second, he devoured it with relish. Metal absorption, 12 minutes remaining. After absorption, controlled metal weight will increase by 1.25 grams. Tong Yi looked resigned. At this rate, how long would it take to reach his previous power level? His gaze then drifted toward the distant watchtower. Was that the only solution? 3 days later, Tong Yi could perfectly control a dagger, and tonight was his night watch duty. Tong Yi slowly approached his comrade on guard. "Park Jun-mao, do you trust me?" Park Jun-mao looked bewildered but replied, "I trust you. I've detected metal movement. I'll go investigate while you stay here on guard. Remember, don't report this to headquarters." Meanwhile, near the unit's encampment, a portal appeared with goblins tumbling out. Suddenly a dagger flew through the air, piercing straight through a goblin's body. The attacker was Tong Yi, who had come to investigate. "I never thought I'd be so happy to see you." These 3 days and nights of waiting weren't in vain. The goblin stood up and spat a mouthful of yellow fluid, then charged toward Tong Yi in just a few strides. "It seems I'm still weak at level 1, but I don't like doing things twice, Tong Yi." Just as the goblin approached, Tong Yi swiftly controlled the dagger to pierce the goblin's throat. A bright red stone dropped from the goblin's body. Tong Yi immediately stuffed it into his mouth. "You've absorbed otherworldly magic steel. Expected increase in grams unknown. After absorption, your magical power will increase." The remaining goblins were startled by this action, staring wide-eyed. But only Tong Yi grinned like a predator. Consuming that thing would make his path much easier. The next second, he charged into the goblin horde. The dagger under his control precisely severed the goblin's tendons. Tong Yi didn't finish them off, wanting to use their screams to lure the goblin chieftain. Just then, a goblin seized the opportunity to launch a sneak attack. Tong Yi spotted it and controlled a greatsword on the ground, quickly knocking the weapon from the goblin's hand. Then his dagger flashed, severing its head. Another piece of magic steel dropped. Tong Yi ignored it and glared with rage. "I was once stabbed in the back. Anyone who tries to ambush me, I'll eat them alive." These vicious words made the goblin shudder. But Tong Yi remained vigilant, knowing the goblin chieftain was hiding nearby. To draw him out,